This video was designed to walk you through the Work-Based Learning Student Handbook. Please note on page 1, you'll find the Google Classroom code and the Remind code, which students should join. Jennifer Blassingame and LaDonna Bartmus are the Work-Based Learning Coordinators. Their contact information is on page 1. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the handbook, please reach out to us. For fall and spring semesters, we have very important dates. Please note that your hours and wage reports, also your timesheets, they're due, and the date is actually printed on the timesheet that you'll pick up from Ms. Blassingame or Ms. Bartmus each month. Please don't be late turning in your documents, as it will affect your grade. Also, please note that there's an employee skills evaluation and a training plan evaluation each semester that must be turned in. Also note, we have class once a month in the Legacy Room, and the dates are in the handbook. Please go ahead and let your employer know. These dates are very important that you attend class. Please do not plan to work those days. Also note that we will have a career fair possibly on September 11th and a mock job fair that's mandatory for all work-based learning students, and it's November 5th. Spring semester, we have a employability skills forum and employer appreciation breakfast, which you will be required to attend. Work-based learning promotes the idea that not all learning happens within the walls of the classroom. Work sites must adhere to the guidelines set by the Department of Labor and the Stevens County Board of Education and the Work-Based Learning and Youth Apprenticeship Program. It's an honor and a privilege to be accepted into the Work-Based Learning program. You must be at least 15 years of age. Occasionally we will let in a sophomore, but traditionally it's a junior or a senior that's allowed into work-based learning. You must complete the process and have reliable transportation because you are not allowed to stay at school during the work-based learning hour. Our first 10 days of class are very important. We have required meetings day 1, day 2, day 3, and sometimes day 4. All paperwork must be submitted correctly and timely for you to be able to leave campus for your work-based learning class. A student must be able to verify their employment no later than the 9th day of the semester after he or she will be removed from the program. If you have concerns and you are unemployed, please see Ms. Blassingame immediately. Work-based learning and youth apprenticeship students are expected to return all paperwork within the specified time. These documents are vital to record keeping as established by the Georgia Department of Education. Students will not be allowed to leave campus until the student folder is completely signed by a parent and the student. We will give you documents for your employer to sign. It's 3 different sets of paperwork, and they're stapled together. There are about 8 different places for the student, the parent, and the employer to sign. Work-based learning and youth apprenticeship students must attend school and work regularly. School is your full-time job. If a student is not at school, he may not go to work. So if you are absent, please let Ms. Blassingame know and let your employer know that you will not be at work. All work-based learning and youth apprenticeship students must sign in daily with the attendance clerk. Students are responsible to let the employer know if we have an unusual school set schedule, and we typically remind you of this in Google Classroom and through the Remind app. If you have one class period of work-based learning, you're required to get 7.5 hours of work each week. If you have 2 blocks, it would be double, and if you have 3 blocks, it would be triple that. So you can see the schedule in the handbook. If you become a hospital homebound student, you will not be able to remain in the program. At the worksite, work-based learning and youth apprenticeship students are representatives of Stevens County school system, so your behavior is very important. You can refer to this handbook, which will be posted on our Stevens County work-based learning website, which is embedded in the Stevens County school system website. It will also be posted in Google Classroom. We've created something new this year, and it's probation for students. If you are not turning your timesheets in timely or any other paperwork timely, or if you are dismissed or fired from your employment, if you receive poor evaluations from your employers, if you are not following our procedures, if you are a discipline issue in the classroom, or if you have excessive absences or tardies, you will be put on probation, and we will monitor your activities, and there is a chance you could be removed from the program or assigned an edgenuity class. On-the-job safety is very important. The Department of Labor has selected 17 occupations too hazardous for work-based learning students under the age of 18. These are listed in the handbook, so please be sure to read those. Work-based learning NYAP students must report any accident or unsafe working conditions to the coordinator immediately. We've mentioned this before, but we'll mention it again. Transportation. Having reliable transportation is a condition of admission to this program. You must be able to leave school during your work-based learning periods. You will not stay on campus. Please be mindful of parking and do not park in any faculty parking places. Students should not be on campus during their work-based learning block. If you have any change in employment, please see Ms. Blessingame or Ms. Bartmus. We do need to approve any changes that you make during the semester. Work ethic is a major grade in work-based learning. Work ethic is based on your submitting timely any documents and tardies, absences. So be mindful of your work ethic, both at school and on the job. We will have monthly classroom assignments. They will be posted in Google Classroom, and they're posted for the entire semester. So if you prefer, go ahead and get all those done. It's one a month. And these assignments are derived from employability skills that we feel are important to you. Here's a grading rubric that you can see how we are grading. A couple of other reminders. Lunch lab. If you have been assigned to lunch lab, you must stay for it. You are not allowed to leave school, so you must let your employer know if you're going to be late. Do not miss lunch lab. Spare time and advisement. If your work-based learning class is first or second period, you are not required to attend spare time if it is scheduled with Ms. Bartmus or Ms. Blassingame. You must attend if it is with another teacher. If you feel there is an error in your placement of spare time, for example, you're in a study lab, please let us know and we'll help you out with that. We will communicate with you by Remind, email, and Google Classroom. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on for each of these on your phone. Student of the Month and Student of the Year is an exciting opportunity that each of you have. It's sponsored by the Stevens County Development Authority. We'll talk about this more in class, but please do your best while you're at work. Again, you are a representative of Stevens County High School, and there's a good chance you could be our Student of the Month. If you are the Student of the Year, the Stevens County Development Authority provides you with a $1,000 scholarship if you're a senior. Parents, if you want to pick up your student from school for work-based learning, you need to do that through the front office.